You guys aren't gonna believe this. I actually didn't list for a whole day, and this is what happened. What's going on, everybody? My name is Marcus. Welcome back to another video. Now, for those of you that don't know me and this is your first time here to the channel, you're like, what's the big deal about missing a day of listing? I haven't missed a day of listing since I started doing eBay, and I've been doing eBay for almost 3 years now. I built up a draft bank in order to not miss my listing goal, and I still missed my listing goal. Now, it wasn't intentional, guys. The thing was Saturday, I'm heavily involved with my church, so I got up Saturday morning. We went out to pass out food in the community and pray for people, and then from there I jumped into like this day-long youth group leaders meeting, and that went all day long, and then it literally just slipped my mind after that. So you know, things happen, right? But you guys aren't going to believe what happened with the sales though from that. And so I'll show you guys the total that I got going out. Today is Columbus Day. Technically the orders don't have to go out today, but I'm still going to get everything packed up because I have to get to the bins. So yeah, let me show you guys what I got going on. Okay, so for the weekend total, I sold 65 items, and the gross is $17.89. So that's actually a really decent total for 65 orders. For me, if you guys have been followers of the channel for any length of time, you'll know that I used to have to sell 100 items to make that much money, sometimes 100 items to make like $2,000. So yeah, pretty good. 35 items less than what I would normally sell to make a decent amount of money. So okay, so so this is the report for October 6th through October 9th, which is today. It says 64 items, so we're just gonna rock with this 64 items, and $1,761. So $1,761 instead of the $1,789 I was saying. And the average cost of good, or average sales price, is 27 bucks. So ASP is looking pretty decent. And you know, my goal is, guys, is to get that as close to $30 that I can by the end of the year. So man, it'd be sweet to have an ASP at $30, but you know, I understand that as things go, I'm still sourcing at the bins. I get that question all the time. Where are you sourcing at? Where are you sourcing at? I'm still sourcing at the bins, guys. Even the sourcer that I have, she sources at the bins or estate sales or like yard sales, and little bit of it comes from higher end thrift stores. So not much has changed, guys. I'm just being more selective, more picky. I've always found this amount of items at the bins. I just haven't always picked up exclusively higher dollar items, not high dollar. I've always filled my cart up with fluff and filler because I had this arbitrary number of, I had to list 90 a day, you know what I mean? And so that leads me to picking up a bunch of stuff that will sell still, but it's stuff like Old Navy and Gap and Taylor, and like, this is people's bread and butter. Like, there's nothing wrong with selling these brands, right? They sell. They just don't sell for the greatest of money unless you get the right things. So I've been focusing my whole strategy now on getting items that sell for $35, $25, you know, and up. I had somebody trolling me in the comment section saying something about, oh, you got the ladies lowballing you on Poshmark or something like that. The thing is, guys, I still have thousands of low dollar items. I'm gonna continue to get lowballed, right? I'm gonna continue to sell items for $10, $12. There's gonna be items that I sell for under $5, you know, at times, just because either they have a flaw that I didn't notice or something, you know, for one reason or another. There's gonna be items that sell for lower than I want them to. Until I replace all those items with higher ASP items, unfortunately, that's the reality. With that being said, until I got 9,300 items like around there listed, until I get rid of the 6,000, 7,000 items that are like $12, $15 items, there's really nothing I can do about, you know, selling lower price items. So the strategy is to get rid of all of them and then refill the store back up with items that sell for over $20 at least, you know what I mean, or at least as close to $20 as I can get. I'm shooting for a $25 to $35 ASP or ASP, right? But that doesn't mean that I won't accept if I have an item listed for $25, that doesn't mean I won't accept an $18 offer. You know what I mean? So that's the strategy moving forward, as a lot of you guys know. So let's get to pulling some of these orders and show you guys what's actually going out. Oh yeah, check the merch out, guys. The merch is now available. It comes from a print-on-demand shop, so it does take like, you know, 5-6 days to arrive. I think maybe a week at the longest. So I placed my order personally for this one on a Saturday, and it arrived on a Saturday. So just give it a week, be patient with it. You do place your order and it does come through. So check it out, guys. There's going to be a link somewhere in the description, or like there's, you know, there's a store shelf down there if you guys want to buy it. And there's just not only hoodies, but, you know, shout out to Zesty May, Ray, Good Game Grabs. His wife designed the design for me, and Ray added the text. So thank you, Ray and Zesty, for the graphics. And yeah, so let's get to pulling these orders. This is a Gap shirt, men's medium, button up, so for $10. Another comment that I got from somebody was something like, funny how you're in the storage business now, and while, you know, what I do doesn't affect anyone's business, so I don't know why anyone cares. Yeah, I guess I am in the storage business now, because I'm not gonna so 70% off. It's crazy, right? I'm not gonna continue to fire sell. This is all the oldest inventory. I'm not gonna keep slapping a 70% off sell on it just to lose money or just get my cost of goods back. It doesn't make any sense. So for anyone to watch the videos and know that that's the reality, for them to expect me to continue doing that is really kind of foolish. You know what I mean? Like, you guys should be wanting me to make money off this stuff, right? So to that point, I guess I am in the storage business, because I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but this is just 2 rows, and then I got this row right here, which is pretty much completely empty, where this stuff is going to get consolidated and put on there. And that's my whole store. That's all the items I have listed on eBay. There's 9,300 items, so I've still got tons of space. These single rows are just like a shelf, you know what I mean? So one shelf, all that stuff will fit on there, you know what I mean? So I got rows still to fill up this basement with. So I don't have a pressing need to make space at this current time. And then with me only listing 30 a day now, and then most of the time selling between 25 and 30 items a day, I'm not running out of space. I'm not feeling the pinch to where I need to get rid of items, right? So as long as I keep picking up items that sell quick, or, you know, have you know, some decent demand for the most part, I shouldn't run out of space anytime soon whatsoever, because I'm only netting an item, 2 items, 5 items a day. Sometimes there's a bad day and I'll net 15 items that day, but that's like a third of one of these boxes. So I mean, it's much better than what I was doing, was netting like 30 to 40 items a day, right? Because I was listing 90 a day, I was drafting 90 a day, listing 50 of those, so automatically 40 go in the stash, right? So what if I list 50 that day and then I only sell 30? That's an additional 20 going in the stash. Now there's 60 items every single day accumulating, building up. So with me not netting that many items a day, I don't really need or feel the desire, the pressure, the rush to fire sell, get rid of my items at any cost whatsoever. So if it's an old item that was a bad item and someone makes me an offer on it that's ridiculous, yeah, I'll get rid of a bad item because I should have never bought it, and I'm gonna take the L to learn the lesson. So I encourage you guys, if you have space and you don't need to get rid of your item just to make space, then don't let somebody just come out from under you and steal it. You know what I mean? Run your business the way that you guys want to, because at the end of the day, it's your business, and none of us are paying anyone's bills except for you guys. Old Navy thermal waffle knit shirt. So for, it's a men's extra large tall, so for $9.60. St. John's base shirt, just it's like a waffle knit thermal shirt with newer tags. The Henley neckline sold for $10.50. Vintage Calvin Klein made in the USA tee. This is a men's extra large, sold for $22.40. Men's Izod button-up shirt, extra large, sold for 15 bucks. Oxford University hoodie. This is a women's extra large, sold for 18 bucks. This is an item that I was saying, like, I'll list it for 25, and if someone makes me an $18 offer, I'm probably going to counter with 20, to be honest with you guys. But if they don't accept the $20 offer, or say they come back and counter with 18, then I will accept something like that. And so, like, I encourage you guys to, like, watch, especially the ones that's been watching this channel from, you know, years now. So if you guys saw the progression from me being an everything seller to going into clothing, and then from me going from doing 30 a day to just being a high volume seller, and now I'm going back down to not being a high volume seller, there's a reason why I'm doing that, guys. And I really encourage you guys to look deeper instead of just the surface level. Oh, this guy's doing this and doing that. Look at the reason why I'm doing it, the grind that goes into selling 50, 60 items a day to make the same amount of money that I'm making if I sell 20 or 25 items a day, right? So, you know, I don't understand why people, you know, love to come and find negativity in things, right? I encourage you guys to find what makes you the most joy, right? And what also makes you the most money, right? So if you're making more money selling 50 items a day than you were selling 20 items a day, by all means, go ahead, continue to keep doing that. But you got to measure your joy on a scale too, right? Your time. How much time is it taking you to do all that? And is it worth it at the end? You know, like when you divide the money per hour that you're making, is it feasible? Because I've already made more money, like net, this year than I did last year, right? But I had to work my butt off to get there. So I'm trying to minimize the amount of stress and anxiety that comes from having to try to fit in a lifestyle service to my church, to the people that I you know, minister with, and also do this eBay thing. And some's got to give, right? And the Bible says to not have any other idols before him. So I'm not going to worship money or eBay or anything more than Jesus. So that's why I've changed what I'm doing. And you just got to make what you're doing work for you. Next item, going to be some Aeropostale pants. This is an item that I've said before in the most recent videos that I'm not going to continue to pick up. Aeropostale, it sells, right? But it just don't sell for that much. These are women's extra large, sold for $12. Style & Co. Boy, what you know about some Style & Co. Women's pants sold for 15 bucks. They're a women's size 18. Obviously they're newer tags. I did get these from the bins, because some QVC ladies love that stuff, but going forward it's not going to be an item I pick up anymore. Domino's employee shirt. This is a button up. It's in bad condition, guys. I even put the word fair in the title. Like, it's just, you know, it's seen better days, you know, making pizza and getting sauce all over the place and stuff. So I sold it. I think I listed it for 15 bucks and I sold it for 12. It's an extra large, men's. American Eagle, men's medium. It's like a purple-ish color. Sometimes these colors, man, I don't know what to call them, right? But it's the closest color is purple. Men's medium sold for 19 bucks. Don't forget, we do have another store coupon. So if you have an eBay store subscription, you can go ahead and use that for shipping supplies or tape or whatever. That's what I've been using it for. But I am going to, since I have tape, I have hat boxes, I'm gonna use it to buy some big bags to ship like giant coats and stuff like that in. Instead of having to always try and find a priority mailbox, I'll just have some big bags on deck. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some of those in my store coupon. What are you guys using to buy with your store coupon? Subway employee shirt, men's extra large, sold for 10 bucks. Dockers chino shorts, men's size 34, sold for 10 bucks. This is a Portland firefighter shirt, men's extra large, sold for 15 bucks. employee stuff, guys. And this isn't even here, man. I don't live in Portland. If anybody should be selling this, it should be Bo Johnson, because he lives in Oregon. So yeah, pick employee stuff up. Now, there was somebody that was saying, because in the last video I sold, I don't know if it was the last video or not, but in one of my more recent videos I sold a police shirt, vintage single stitch, and someone was saying that there's a clause in eBay saying that you can't sell anything related to like first responder and, you know, emergency stuff like that. So be cautious on listing like a firefighter shirt or a police shirt moving forward. I knew that you couldn't list like federal like employee stuff, like post office and like UPS and, you know, USPS stuff like that. I knew that that was risky, and I knew that even Amazon stuff is risky, which is why I haven't added any new Amazon stuff to my store. Some people still sell it. I know Bo does, and I've even sold some Amazon stuff recently. I sold an Amazon t-shirt the other day, so I still have some listed, but these are things that we do want to be careful with moving forward, especially with this especially with this eBay new scraping tool that they're using and slamming everything with counterfeits. A guy on our Patreon just got hit with a counterfeit this morning, so we just got to be careful and cautious right now, or just probably this is the new eBay, especially with them authenticating clothing now too. Like they're authenticating high dollar clothing items, so please be cautious with what you're putting in your store, because this is a scary time that if we have an item that gets counted as slammed as counterfeit, and it's even though it's legit, we can lose our accounts behind this stuff now. So we need to be cautious. We need to be careful about what we're putting in our stores moving forward. Got a timber button-up camo shirt. Camouflage stuff is really starting to sell right now since it is hunting season. That sold for 10 bucks. Men's large. Columbia hoodie, men's medium, sold for 13 bucks. Got another thermal waffle knit shirt. This is a men's extra large, sold for 13 bucks. This is it's called Obey, like Obey Propaganda. This is a Nike Thermafit hoodie. It's a men's 2XL. It's got the Ozark Tigers. That's a Missouri high school team. Sold for 16 bucks. And I took the offer for 16 bucks because who knows about the Ozark Tigers. So I still pick high school stuff up and it still sells. I just lead off with whatever the brand is, as if it's like a Nike hoodie or an Adidas hoodie or whatever hoodie, and then I just put the fact that it's got some high school stuff on it later on in the title as the keywords. Cardigans are starting to sell. Sweater season is among us. If you guys are one of the ones that have used these links to buy these products or any products, I want to send a big shout out to you guys. You guys are the best. You can store a lot of items in this inventory system, guys. You using the links supports the channel in just a small way, man. It's just a way to show your appreciation for what I do here at the channel by doing something that you're already going to do, which is buy supplies for your business. So thank you guys for all of you that are actually using them. You guys are the bee's knees. Next item, $15.59. And why not just be able to maximize your storage space to the best of your ability? And it makes pulling such a breeze. $15.59 St. Louis Cardinals shirt, men's large, sold for 10 bucks. Another Eddie Bauer item. This is a men's 2XL corduroy shirt, sold for $20. Got another Nike hoodie. This is a men's extra large, sold for 19 bucks. So as stated in the title and in the opening of this video, I didn't list Saturday, right? And then yesterday, this is what happened, guys. So as we look at the chart here I forgot these real high spikes. This one is 705. This one right here is 704. Well, this is the day after I didn't list. And even on the day that I didn't list, I did 449, which is just mediocre. The goal is 550 a day. But then the day after, this was yesterday, Sunday, I did $765, right? That's my highest day in months, in literally months. I can't remember the last time that I did $765. It was probably around the end of April, and then things have just been kind of mediocre since. And then I'll just get these occasional high spikes. Now all these 3 $700 days are since I've been doing 30 items a day. So I was doing 50 items a day before then to hit $700 days, right? And I'm able to achieve that now with listing 30 a day. So this is why I tell you guys to do what makes the most logical sense. And if grinding it out makes more sense to you than listing 30 a day does, and 30 a day might be extremely high for someone, but from someone going down to doing 90 a day 7 days a week, I'm doing 90 a day 3 days a week, which allows me to take 4 days off from work. So I work less than I do work. You know, you see what I'm saying? I have more days off than the days that I work. And now I just fill those other 4 days of work with other things to make more money. So, you know, I'm not gonna do this again just to test the theory. It literally just honestly slipped my mind, right? But it's strange how, you know, the day after I don't list, I have my highest sales day of the whole, you know, Q4 so far. I think there's something to be said for the people that are like diehard anti-listing every day, and they're like, I don't list every day and I make sales every day. You can absolutely make sales every day if you don't list. You can 1000% make sales every day if you don't list. If you have good items for sale, and you have a decent sized store, even with a 500 item store, you can sell an item a day. You know what I mean? You don't need to list every day, but I want consistency inside my store. I want consistency in my business. I want consistency in the amount of listings going up, and I just want to keep the same schedule every day. So it's just like butter. It's like, you know, no thought needed. Just come in, do the things that I need to do, and get out of here, right? So listing is a part of that. And so that's why I keep the draft bank. Now, I do have drafts. I have, right now, I just only have 58 items drafted, but my lister's gonna work on some drafts later on. But yeah, that's just what I do. I do know there's a guy on our Patreon that he hadn't listed for a couple of days, and he was making sales, and then when he started listing again, his sales tapered off. So I don't know, guys. I'm gonna leave that up to you, but I know for me, I'll be listing every day again. And you know, like I said, this was accidental. I had all the intent to come back and list that day. It totally slipped my mind because I had a lot going on that day. So I'm gonna get back into these orders. All right, guys, we got Dickies men's canvas pants, 38-32, so for 20 bucks. And we have a TNA Aritzia Cozy AF sweatshirt. That's what the logo looks like. So for $25. That's a women's size 2. We have this Abercrombie & Fitch sweater, women's extra small, so for $12. Then we have these Wrangler jeans, men's 33-30, so for 16 bucks. Then we got a LL Bean thermal shirt, so for $9.60. And what is this? Abercrombie & Fitch t-shirt, men's large, so for 12 bucks. Okay, this brand is called Jeans, G-E, vintage jeans, G-E-N-E-S, vintage jeans pants, and they sold for $24. They're men's 32-32. This is a W hoodie, double as in D-O-U-B L, and then J-U for the U, W hoodie, women's 1X plus size, so for 11 bucks. That is you know, whatever, never heard of the brand either. So Arizona shirt, men's pearl snap button up, so for $12. That's a men's 2XL. Vineyard Vines boys shirt, medium, so for $9.60. Vintage Christmas sweatshirt, Noel. They're singing. This is a men's extra large, and it's sold for $30. Big shout out Christmas stuff. Then this is a tailored recreation shirt. Never heard of the brand. Men's extra large, sold for $12. So getting started out in this whole reseller journey is challenging, especially right now. I had to learn from a lot of my own hard mistakes doing all this, and I'm still learning every day as I go, especially inside this Patreon that I run with Bo. And it's really a great valuable tool for someone that's just getting started in the game, or someone that's doing okay but wants to do that much better, to have an asset like this to help you guys go further faster inside your business. I do morning call, Bo does the evening call, and we also have Reseller Time that does 2 calls a week to do deep dives on clothing brands and things like that, to help you guys find items that sell for good enough money to make it worth your time to pick it up. There's a Bolo guide, Bolo brand list. There is reseller spreadsheets to help you keep track of your numbers, and then there's just obviously there's a Discord access to Bo and myself and 60 other plus members inside this Patreon to help all of us just get better at what we're doing and help each other along the way. So if that seems like something that you guys are into, make sure you guys check out that link down below in the description. There's a 7-day free trial for you guys to come over and give it a test drive, see if you like what we got going on over there. Got an Old Navy button up men's medium, sold for $15. We have a Sigma Delta towel sweatshirt, women's large, sold for $28. Then we have here, where's my stuff at? And tailored pants. These sold for, they're a women's 4P, sold for $15. We got some Aurora jeans. These are women's 12, sold for $11.20. Got a Barstool short or sports shirt, men's 2XL, sold for $15. All right, guys, we have Oklahoma Sooners University shirt, men's 2XL, sold for $12. We have a vintage St. Louis Country or St. Louis County Police sweatshirt. This sold for $20. Vans pants, men's medium, black like khaki joggers, sold for $12. We have a Joe's jeans. These are men's size 34, sold for a best offer of $19. And then I think I had those listed too low, honestly. And I had this Victory motorcycle shirt, women's large, sold for $20 also. So we are on this side of the storage unit now, which means something. Obviously I wouldn't be pointing it out if it didn't, but this item, this set of inventory right here, this inventory right here is when I made the shift from 30 a day and switching over to higher ASP items. Now there will be some items that you see that sell out of this stuff for lower than $25. Case in point, the Joe's jeans that I had listed for $25 and I accepted a $19 offer on. But the goal is to get the ASP up, right? And so you will see a lot more items in these next few that are going to go for a little bit more money until I specify that I'm back to the old stuff. This is just how the inventory lines up with the custom SKU search for the orders in my phone. So the next item is going to be a pair of Joe's jeans. These are women's 32, 25 to 6, 25 to 6 right here. These are women's Joe's jeans, sold for $20. Then we have a League of Legends. This is some type of video game stuff. 25.86. Obviously, I don't play video games. This sold for, see, the world's I guess it was a video game competition for this game, League of Legends, sold for $30. Nike hoodie, 2606, sold for, and this says Rockwood Thunder. It's a volleyball team in St. Louis, but like I said, it's a Nike hoodie, so I just listed it as a Nike hoodie, and it sold for $25. Vintage Old Navy camouflage pants, 2692, 2692. Vintage Old Navy cargo camo pants, sold for $25. It's a men's 34-34, and the Nike hoodie was a men's medium, Then we got this bomber jacket. Hang on, let me pull this one out. So this is the sale of the whole weekend. Just a leather bomber jacket, vintage, made in USA, DCSP jacket. It's actually Avarex branded, but I labeled it as DC or DSCP military jacket because Avarex, I've heard that they do go after you and they bureau you over that brand, so I didn't list it as an Avarex jacket. And this jacket sold for $135 before shipping. So military stuff, guys, that's definitely something you guys are going to want to be picking up. Leather jackets in general can go for good money, but some of them go for much more than others. Women's express pants size 2, these sold for $12. These I got in the bulk buy from Josh from Loot Fam. These are one of the items that I did not want. I passed on these and he threw them all in for $100, along with this North Face hoodie right here. I didn't want this either, and he threw that in as well, and it sold for $16. This is a men's extra large. Then I got these BKE jeans, men's 30-30, sold for $19. There's a reason they sold for so low. There's a hole on the back of the leg you're probably not going to be able to see, but there's like a hole in the leg, pretty significant hole as well, so I sold them for $19. This is a First Form hoodie, but not just any First Form hoodie. This is the older First Form hoodie, so it's made on a Lululemon blank. So that one went for $35 on a best offer. I did have it listed for more. And these are Wrangler jeans, men's 32-30, 32-32. They sold for $20. Now, if you guys can see the theme of the newer listings, they're starting to sell for more money, right? So like I said, that's going to be the focus moving forward. So I still have rows of older inventory that was meeting the metrics of the 50 a day listing goal. These items right here are in the 30 a day listing goal, so there's going to be a lot more value in these newer items. So it's going to make the shift to where the whole store will be like this eventually. I just got to keep grinding it out and picking up good items as I go out and leave all the fluff and filler behind. Got these from Josh from Loot Fam too. These are a Grayson LA jeans, women's 32, so for $18. The normal brand, this is a St. Louis brand, men's polo button up. Actually, it's a button up shirt, so for $20. Led Zeppelin shirt, so for $15. No, so for $16. Just a vintage Led Zeppelin shirt. Could have sold for more, but it's in pretty rough condition, so I just accepted their offer. This is a vintage Columbia sweatshirt, listed for $20, sold for $15. Men's large. Then we got American Eagle cargo shorts, men's 36, sold for $20, and I'm very glad for that because it's chilly outside nowadays. Okay, so as you can see, guys, now we're back inside between the two shelves and the two rows. This stuff right here and this shelf is going to be the oldest of my inventory. I assume this is what the person was saying when they were talking about now I'm in the storage business again. So all these items would have been on sale for 70% off, but now I'm selling them at closer to the price that they're actually listed for. And so we're going to pull the first one, which is a J. Jill sweater. All right, J. Jill women's small purple sweater. I guess I should have called that pink. It's more like lavender or something like that. Sold for $16. This is a vintage U.S. Army youth shirt, youth large, sold for $8. Scrub Star scrub pants, sold for $12.50. These are women's extra large. Vintage 7-Up shirt, super grimy, super thrashed, stained, holes on it, sold for $13. Then we have Wrangler jeans. These sold for $20. Mind you, that would have been on sale for 70% off. 9638 is the last item. This is a Dogolosophy shirt, sold for $8, and this is a men's medium. Now I do have a Polo Ralph Lauren sweater, men's large, sold for $13.60. That item is not old. That's sitting at my house with the inventory that I have there that's listed but not put in the inventory system. So that's over $13.60. Now it's on to the Poshmark orders. So obviously you guys can see that if those items that I just showed you, the last handful of items, were on sale for 70% off, I would have not made much money off of them. Maybe off the Wrangler jeans that was listed for $20, I'd have probably been in the profit on that, but the rest I'd have lost money on. So yeah, I'm in the storage business when it comes to maximizing my results on those listings, because I could have given them away and made the space, but I don't need space anymore. So yeah, I'm storing and holding on to items to get the most money I can out of it, until I start running out of space and starting to feel the pinch of needing room. I'm gonna just hang on to it till it sells for a reasonable price, because why not, right? We're gonna jump into Poshmark's orders. Thank you all you guys that are using Vendoo. There's like 20 of you guys that have signed up. Now someone was saying that I'm not being transparent about the fees on Vendoo. It's I guess it's pricey. It's not cheap. I don't consider it cheap, but what it is a business expense. It's a deductible business expense to help you make more money, right? And it pays for itself. It's paid for itself hand over fist in my first month. So you know, let that be said. It's not cheap, guys, but it can be written off. And with that also being said, choose a tier that's going to allow you to move all your inventory as fast as possible, right? And then from there, change the tier that you're on to the lowest dollar amount that you can afford to pay to get all of your monthly listings done. You don't have to stay paying a lot of money the whole time you use it. So you know, take it with what you will. I think it's great. It's definitely, you know, coming through clutch for me. Let's pull these Poshmark orders. But with that being said, Poshmark was not as great this week, but I kind of been neglecting it. So that's just for personal reasons. We got 2771. Let me just pull these orders real quick and then I'll go over them with you. Okay guys, so we got 8 orders here. This is what sold on Poshmark over the weekend. Not the biggest sales on Poshmark, but still some decent items that sold here. Okay, so we got these Talbot's pants, women's 12 petite, sold for $15. Dockers pants, they sold for $18, men's 34. We got a red wax whiskey, like Maker's Mark hoodie, men's large, sold for $18. And this is a Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm seeing memes now. This is a women's, get it, a women's small, sold for $15. I am seeing memes now where women are saying, I don't know if you guys remember last week, I said something about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift dating now. So all of a sudden we're going to get this new wave of Kansas City Chiefs fans coming out the woodwork because Taylor Swift is dating a player from the Kansas City Chiefs. Women's small hoodie. I'm seeing memes now where women are saying, yes, I'm that girl that's a Kansas City Chiefs fan now because Taylor Swift. I called it out, guys. So I do expect more Kansas City Chiefs stuff to continue to sell because the Kansas City Chiefs do okay. I mean, I'm not like a fan or nothing like that, but they are, you know, a Missouri team, and I live in Missouri. So these are Duluth jeans, men's 32, sold for $13. Vintage Levi's 505. These sold for, what did they sell for? A best offer of $37. And then we got Vineyard Vines women's shirt, sold for $15. That's a size 12. And we got this high visibility shirt, just a work shirt, sold for $15. And it's got like some company logo on it. Frost Tools and Fasteners. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a nationwide company, maybe it's not. I didn't even bother to look. I just listed it for $15 and it sold. So that is all the sales, guys. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend of sales. Really, I'm thankful to everyone that's supporting the channel in any kind of way, whether that's through leaving a comment, hitting the like button, subscribing, or if you guys are actually like using links to purchase things for your business. That's gonna do it for this one. Get you guys a hoodie. Catch you on the next one. Until then, let's make this cash, guys. Peace.